Good morning, everyone. It is 7:28 right now. Welcome back to Iowa Live. Lou and Jackie here.
Good morning.
We just mentioned earlier, we can't believe that we're winding down August already. And a lot of people are in the sad mode saying, August is almost over, summer's almost over. But that means September is rolling around, and there's so many fun things that are happening in September, and that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, we're continuing to talk about great things happening in our community. So when the temperatures might dip a little bit, that means it's time to say huzzah, because it's time for the Des Moines Renaissance Fair, and we're very excited to have Brian Mansky, a co-owner of the Des Moines Renaissance Fair, joining us this morning. Or what would your proper title be in how you're dressed today?
Well, you could call me a pirate.
A pirate?
A pirate, or you could call me a privateer.
A privateer?
A privateer. That means I have a note from the king that I can be nautical.
Oh, okay.
Oh, very nice. Well,
Sounds
you
impressive.
have some various notes you need to let our audience members know about this morning, because there's some new things happening with the Des Moines Renaissance Fair.
That's right. We are back after a 3-year hiatus.
Say, yeah, it's been gone for a little while.
Yeah, we fell asleep for a little while, but we're back now in a new location.
Okay.
2977 Northwest 66th Avenue, just east of Johnston, just below the dam in Saylorville Township.
Okay, I'm just trying to wrap my head around where exactly this is.
Okay, if you cross the bridge, headed east out of Johnston into Saylorville Township, we're right on the north side of the road there, about half a mile past the bridge to the east.
All right.
Okay.
So really easy to find. It'll be flagged. You drive by there, you'll find it. But we have a couple of special things going on this year. We have I don't want to say the usual, but we have the wonderful Renaissance flavor of live steel on steel combat. We have pirates and fairies and mermaids, living history encampments, and all kinds of entertainment. But our special guests this year are Starry Olsa, which is an A-list act that is played in places like Shakopee, Minnesota, and Kansas City, and they are from Minsk, Belarus, and they are a 16th century folk band. So they play some contemporary favorites as well on their 16th century instruments. So they've got a diverse catalog, and they're really fun to watch. So we have got a lot going on, and our unofficial motto for this year is "Come play with us."
Come play with you.
Come play with us.
Now, Brian, you mentioned we're back. Talk about how everyone might recognize you guys, because you were the original.
We
here.
were the original, right. We were in the southwest part of the city for 11 years.
Right.
Waterworks Park, over at Sleepy Hollow, and the campgrounds at the State Fairgrounds for a couple of years. But in 2015, when the landowner and the fair holder couldn't come to an agreement, they parted company and the fair went to sleep. So we're back, and we're bringing it back to life. We're hoping to have a great turnout, and we're just going to have some fun.
Now, for those people that have never been to the Renaissance Fair, the Des Moines Renaissance Fair, what can they expect when they go there? Because besides just a great time, because you know you're going to have fun when you go there.
Well, our living history enactors, they set up real encampments.
Now, what do you mean by set up real encampments?
Okay,
Explain that.
Tents. They live in the period style. They live in tents. They sleep on the ground. They fight with real steel, as I mentioned, and then they cook their own food. And it's that flavor of We're taking a few
couple liberties,
couple liberties with the fairies and the pirates, but it's fun. It's fun.
People truly get into the character of the times of the Renaissance.
Absolutely, and it's important to just kind of immerse people in that every now and then, and it's kind of different cultures. We bring in lots of little things that they may be Italian, they may be English, they may be German. We have a German mercenary group from St. Louis joining us this year, the Luxemburger Feinlein. And so they are another living history encampment, along with the Brotherhood of Steel and Warwick Living History. And then, of course, we'll have the usual turkey legs and your lemonade and funnel cakes and brats and burgers and things like that. But we also have, since we are the Des Moines Renaissance Fair, we are showcasing Des Moines area products. So we will have Fire Trucker and Mistress Brewing Company joining us from Ankeny.
Nice.
And so add that into our little pub scene. And then we'll have the Central Iowa Pirates Guild and, the Fickle Fae, and we have all kinds of people joining us from different places around the region, as far north as Shakopee and down to Kansas City. over to, as I mentioned, St. Louis, the Quad Cities, over in Omaha, they'll be joining us.
So quite a crew.
Yeah, what do you think the
putting this on.
fascination is with people wanting to come out and experience a Renaissance living?
It's just a little escape. It's fun. It's frivolous. It's to see that combat, to kind of get the flavor of the period, to things for the children to do with the Fae. The Fickle Fae will be having a craft table for the children, for example. Another thing I should mention is we have the musical Blades from Kansas City. Now, this is kind of a pirate boy band.
A pirate boy band.
I like it already.
I don't think you've ever heard of a pirate boy band before.
They are wonderful. They're wonderful. But they have been doing the circuit all over the country. I think they did New York this year, and they've been down, Colorado and Muskogee.
I'm just trying to imagine what a pirate boy band would like. What kind of songs they would. Would it be like "Come Sail Away" or?
There are the old standards like "Go Tell Me Ma," but then they write a lot of their own material.
Really?
Yeah. So they've been doing this for a decade or more, and almost all of the songs that they produce now are the things that they've written themselves. That some of their latest albums are "Raise the Black." I believe that one was released last year. "Modern Day Pirate." I can't think of any others.
All the pirate classics.
The pirate hits. Yeah, they'll play all the pirate hits.
A lot of music, as you said, your headliner, Starry also is who you're bringing in, but a lot of different music opportunities and escape. You really get to just immerse yourself and have fun.
Right. Have fun for an afternoon.
One of my favorite parts of always going to a Renaissance Fair is because, the taunting that can kind of happen, but it all play on words and the costumes and the theatrics of it all is pretty incredible. But why was it important for you to bring this back? As you said, you've been asleep for a couple of years. Why was it important to bring all of this back to Des Moines?
I think it's because we've been doing it for probably close to 20 years now.
Right.
And there was something lacking in Des Moines that needed to be replaced.
Yeah.
And we've been around to the various fairs too. Again, down to St. Louis and Kansas City and over to Bristol and up to Shakopee. And the Des Moines Fair, while it's a small fair, it's for the local people who may not want to travel 4 or 5 hours somewhere to see a larger fair. But it also gives us the opportunity to showcase a piece of culture here in Central Iowa from the people who love to do this, and they'll travel somewhere else to do it, so why not give them a home to do it here?
There usually is a huge passion when it comes to a Renaissance Fair like this. Okay, but let's talk about the new things that are involved this year, meaning location, but also you call it a small fair. It's going 3 weekends.
It is going 3 weekends.
So great opportunity here. So give us all those details.
Well, we decided that we had rode those 3 weekends for more than a decade, and the advertising out there and the people who expected the fair at this time of year pretty much expected the same thing. So we decided that we were going to pick up those same weekends again and just run with them and see what happens. The new location is, it may be our forever home, we're not sure yet, but we are looking for someplace where we can start with a tent village, and then we'll kind of move back into permanent structures and whatnot. Yeah.
All right. There you go. And again, starting this weekend, starting on Saturday.
Yes, Saturday morning.
And you are operating on Monday too.
That's correct.
It is Labor Day, so
yes, Labor Day weekend, 10 to 6, all days, and then the following 2 weekends, Saturday and Sunday, the 7th and 8th. And the 14th and 15th.
All right.
DSMRF.com is the website if you need more details on those dates, exactly where to go, and all the wonderful things you can enjoy with the Des Moines Renaissance Fair. It is back. Brian Mansky, otherwise known as our pirate this morning, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. We appreciate it.